Alright.
Sounds valuable.
Very cool.
Go.
Is there, sorry, just before you, is there a PowerPoint just like right there?
There is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
Jez has breathed in and everything. He's like, and then you should have held that single breath with its intention and everything. Cool.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah.
So, hello, welcome back. You're told the following dawn that it's about 16 to 20 hours of hard trudge to the peak from this village.
Oh, that changes things.
Okay, it's not just a morning jaunt. This is going to be hard work. You are appropriately equipped with rations for like a 2-3 day round trip journey, that kind of stuff. You have your packs and everything like that.
Lots of oil.
Tons of oil. You bring in the donkey?
I'm bringing the dog, of course.
Yeah.
My
Have
donkey.
you oiled the donkey?
Gotta oil the donkey.
Can your donkey carry this? I'm not carrying this pack.
That's your every character never carries their own
Too
shit.
heavy.
Sludge.
Can you not see how small I am?
Okay, onto the donkey goes his
You know what? She can ride the donkey.
Well,
Well,
can
that's
she?
fine.
It's an oily donkey.
Oh yeah.
Donkey
Yeah.
smells.
I can grip with my knees.
Yeah.
Okay, I ride on the donkey. It's fantastic.
Excellent.
Then I don't have to walk.
Except it's covered in oil. Like
Oh.
really bad.
Like you grip it with your knees and you go.
Yeah, I was about to say, you grip too hard, you're like,
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
not
you
the
go straight.
cleanest. I'm not the cleanest as it
You're
is.
not.
It's
No,
fine.
that's true.
It's probably fresher oil than the oil that's in my hair.
Don't worry, I've got oil for that. I'll gift you some.
Thank you.
It's hair oil.
Yeah, and can you comb out the sticks?
Oh no, it keeps everything in. That's the whole.
Oh no, okay, I'll try it. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I ride the donkey oiling my hair.
Yeah. Now, if there's any flame-based weapons, we're just putting it
That's a
out.
great idea.
I know, it's a nice themed adventure. I think.
Jolly good. Okay, cool. So the journey itself, you get advice from locals, that kind of stuff. It's just sort of maybe 16, 20 hours to the top of the peak. Yeah, it's a long journey. You know that if you stick to the path, it's long and windy, that kind of stuff, or you can approach.
Hang on, how many people come back from this mountain?
No one, didn't you hear? Everyone
So
who
why
goes
would you
up
stick
there
to the
dies.
path?
Well, you can stick to the path, or you can try and scale the mountain.
I don't think
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to scale the mountain.
So, there are options up
Is
for you.
can the donkey scale the mountain? No. So we're riding the donkey on the path.
Right. So the path leaves the village. You say farewell to its deep trough-riddled muddy roads and the mud farms and what have you. You start entering sort of like the mountainous forest, the pines, that kind of thing. The dark wood all around, the mountain mists, and you can feel the chill northern wind coming down to greet you all. You bathe in this thing.
Right.
So to you, it's your God
Right.
talking to you.
Yes.
God,
Yes.
Even
So,
less civilized than our village.
Yes. Now,
This is-
there is a slight issue with the furbolg and the donkey. You cannot travel for very long in your human form.
No.
So how are you going to break the news
I
to the
think
team?
I think as they approach my hut,
Yeah.
I need to step out as
Oh, then we have a
a
perspective problem.
furbolg.
We have a perspective problem because you're just taller.
Yeah.
We think that the hut is smaller, and we're not sure how far away you are.
Well, yeah. There's that. So you see me from a distance, but aside from
What does
you-
it look
you-
like?
Well, they have sort of rather large noses, and their skin is sort of greyish. So yes, they definitely have a touch of the giant about them. So
So it's still very humanoid,
yes,
but there's something more. Is it from memory to me? A furbolg's almost got like a dough face. There's something like
There
doughy
is-
about the nose.
there is a bit sort
a
of
deerish nose.
bulbous and yeah. So not pretty, and definitely sort of greyish of skin, and tall. I think I'm about 7 foot
Are you
tall.
handsome?
No.
Was the human form handsome?
No.
Well, yes, I think he possibly would be.
What's your carrot? What's your?
And I say, friends, I cannot deceive you. This is my true visage. I can appear as a cleric of Tempest as you have seen me in the town, but this is how I truly am. If we are to die together today, I think you need to know my truth.
Can I at this moment, can I say, and I'm a dwarf,
Oh my god.
not just a half human. And I just,
Well, who am I to judge your appearance?
what are
Your
you?
Majesty. I'm just a young girl.
Are you half an elf?
Human. No, not half anything, thank you very much. sir.
Half human, the other half.
I may be have a wrecked appearance, but beneath the scruffiness is a good-looking lass, I assure you. Well, look, I'm not one to judge. You look fine to me. You're always kind to me, and that's all that matters.
If only the rest of the town had your sensibilities, my dear.
Well, let's get this cup thing and take the back of the house there.
I'm
Minds
really-
might be more open.
True.
I've got more like, and I'm a dwarf.
Oh my god.
I'm a little concerned that my openness has been met with such hostility.
or just non-reaction.
Just non-reaction. Like,
Did you hear something? What?
You mean the short stature and the beard didn't give it. Never mind. Right on! Travel with us.
All right. So, on foot,
I heft
on donkey,
yes.
and on foot.
The garble.
You have to what? Sorry?
I heft my.
I heard something else.
I have.
You heft something on your.
I heft my warhammer onto my back.
Yep.
and
oh, how
started
big's
it
your
up.
warhammer?
Sorry?
How big's your warhammer? Does it grow with you?
No, well, that's a good question.
Is it-
I've wondered about holding
Yeah.
things when you're in,
It's the whole question.
illusionary.
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
I'd say it's a little bigger than
Mm.
yeah.
I
It's
always
cool.
do-
It's
I always-
massive.
Right.
You've got like a real yeah.
So he's quite. So he's got a big hammer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I always do get a headache looking at you. You look more natural and less swimmy this way.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The
If Kira
to see through the illusion, it
Yeah,
does
yeah,
require
yeah.
an intelligence check,
That's
and I
right.
think that's why I'm right at home in this town.
But you knew
That's
something.
right. That's right. So we're running along right.
All right. So yeah,
if
you're
Kira had an iPhone, she'd be like on it, okay? So that's
Yeah.
what she looks
That's
like.
fine. That's fine. So the landscape slowly changes around you from kind of open fields to dense, dark mountain forest.
Oh,
The
wonderful.
path starts to rise, and then the air chills with every hour of climbing higher and
wonderful.
higher until the road sort of it's not even really a road anymore. It's more just a mountain trail of a goat's path that becomes narrower and more twisted. Occasionally, you see the old channeling where it's a bit more worn and everything like that. But the forest presses in close, and then suddenly you breach the tree line for a moment to see a grand vista across the valley beneath you, and away down yonder, like the little plumes of smoke come from the chimneys of the village below. But further up ahead, you can see the path carries on upwards and enters more into the forest, and then rising beyond the forest itself, you get your first proper glimpse of Death Frost Mountain. And I can give you
Every time you say that, I just imagine you just doing a dun dun dun.
It's not a pleasant place.
I can give you a little glimpse of what Death Frost Mountain looks like from the distance.
Oh.
A towering peak, dangerous in every angle, awaits you,
Steep.
Except for one.
except for one side. The farthest reaches, which will be the path that you will take if you stay to the path.
I'm not going to be able to ride the donkey up there, right?
You'll see. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
I think.
Do you know what the best thing about this adventure would be if we just made it up there, found the glass, and made it back? Like,
That is
like
accident.
that would be my favourite D&D adventure ever. It's just like
Ain't no
a
thing.
successful campaign.
I
like,
really hope you do.
yeah,
I really have high hopes.
yeah.
I
So
don't.
do I.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
that Jez is going to let us get away with
Oh
that.
no! Look, you played smart, and look, you can work your way through.
Can I just say that would be an amazing D&D game where it was just like you do everything right, it works to plan, everything happens, and you walk away.
Well, here's your chance, son. Here's your chance.
That
Okay.
place looks terrible.
Yeah,
It
it
does
does
look
look.
terrible.
It looks cold and frosty. You can see it's cutting its way through scurrying clouds.
Can I do detect magic?
You certainly can. He radiates with magic.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have detect magic 'cause I'm
Oh, okay.
a fighter, but
I can do it naturally.
Right. Then why would you ask me if you could?
It's a
As I said,
question.
you gotta watch
Can I
out for
detect
that.
magic? And
No.
you were like, you gave me information. That was.
You've seen this show before, haven't you, Jez?
Same versus fucking with the DM. Failed. No. And then you hear in the distance kind of noise.
Okay.
Hang on, can you see that again for me?
Is it like
Is that
a axe? Like a
Yeah,
I
someone-
duck.
yeah, someone-
I duck down.
You duck down. It sounds like someone's felling wood somewhere up in the valley
duck
ahead.
down, but I don't.
Hang on,
And
but
then-
how are they filling wood? We passed a tree line, haven't we?
Oh,
No,
no,
we went through
you,
the trail.
you broke through the trail and then there's more forest up ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's just echoing from somewhere in the distance.
Hang on, whoa. We didn't come so high that the trees stopped.
No,
growing.
no, you haven't gone above it. So
Which
there was a
is-
momentary break,
Okay,
as
just
you
some
come
trees
to a rocky
stopped.
knoll, and then Grand Vista, and then back.
Somewhere up ahead, someone is cutting wood.
should I enact my human disguise?
Can you go bigger?
I can.
Do you,
Maybe
have
just-
do you have like just give me a second. Let me have a look at your character sheet for a second.
Has anyone been out of town? Because I certainly wouldn't have ever come here.
Yeah, can you give me a history roll?
History.
Yeah.
History.
Just particularly you.
13.
Oh,
Now you have heard rumour that there is an old fella who lives somewhere up towards the peak.
Okay.
So that someone's working away somewhere up here is not entirely impossible. It's like it's been years since anyone's heard from him, but you know of some guy who,
Alright.
who came up here a while ago. Occasionally is seen, but doesn't talk to most folks.
I relay that to my
Yeah.
friends. Perhaps you could sneak up and see what he is doing. Presumably he is merely cutting wood.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose so. It's probably a good idea. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Get off the donkey!
Hey. So you want me to check and see if he's some hideous thing that's going to eat our brains and all that sort of thing?
Well,
And a guess is a long way away. This is
Okay.
a distant echo.
a
It's not
distant
like-
echo.
Well,
Yeah.
let's get closer so that if it tries to eat my brains, you can help me out a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, and then when it comes to the sneaky bit, I'll do the sneaky bit. As long as you're within, like, screaming with terror and running back to you kind of distance.
Sure. Absolutely.
You notice as you proceed then further up the mountain towards the source of the sound that the path becomes a little more worn by the passage of feet.
Okay. What kind of feet?
Distracting?
Hideous clawed
Are you a
brain,
ranger?
brain-eating thing.
No, I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter. You
I've
can still
got
attempt to track
No,
it,
but
it's
I'm
harder.
I know, but I'm like thinking of being on the thing. I've got to travel around with the donkey a lot.
Yeah,
Got to make sure that I'm looking down the ground, make sure because if I'm going to get robbed,
That's
you
true.
got to check for like tracks and kind of know what's ahead of you. What's
Sure,
travel.
sure.
So I would have some like limited knowledge, which would be
Yeah, sure. I'm totally cool with that. Give yourself, I could take a perception roll. I think,
perception. Okay.
yeah, I think maybe with tracking it might be a different skill, but for now, it's
And I've also got dark vision, so it doesn't matter if it's night or day. I can
oh,
see.
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay,
Yeah.
is that a heat-based dark vision or a light-based dark vision? Just I need to know.
Dwarf.
Infravision?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it really. So let's just say both.
No, it's not heat. It's not heat.
No, I think you
Okay.
see shades of grey.
Okay, how did you go with your
So I rolled a 14.
14?
I would say it's really good for first
you.
level.
For you, yeah. So there very clearly is a big, heavy boot print at one point near a puddle.
So how, like, are we talking like has he just walked ahead, or are we talking like a little bit bigger than
More like a human in a big, heavy boot.
like? Are we talking like a metal boot? Like it's or
No,
like a leather, like a pleb boot?
If anything, it's slightly studded.
Okay.
Okay.
Iron shod.
Yeah. That's all you can glean from
So
that.
it's not like mail or anything else. It's
No,
definitely
no.
Somebody who knows how to walk in this.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where
probably
the-
boots for this kind of environment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you continue along, and
Human
then,
boots.
yeah, and then you smell it. It's this weird. No, it's not that weird. It's just
Smells like oil and
not oil. Just
no, everything smells like
Everything
oil.
to you, everything. Well, it's like a. Oh, it's like a smell of death, of tanneries, that kind of stuff.
Ah,
Oh, what,
And
sorry?
a tannery.
What's a
A
tannery?
tannery is a leatherworking and
Just so for Ben's sake.
yeah, a tannery is a leather worker, and they cure the leather by using copious amounts of piss, human piss that they actually rub all over the leathers and that kind of stuff. And you can smell that similar kind of tannery kind of smell. Oh, it's not pleasant.
I don't know.
And then you come over a slight rise, and then you look down up across a scene where there's like a very rustic hut has been built in a clearing to one side of the path, and around it there are a number of leather skins have been pinned up on various frames made of antlers and wood, and there are there's the smell of human waste not far away.
Is that because she's like sitting next to me?
Yeah.
It's very Blair Witch.
You need a lot of people to produce enough piss for a tannery. It's not sort of a one-man job.
Isn't it?
Not that I know that, so that's a real.
You're worried about me.
He drinks a lot. And he
It
collects
seems to be an isolated camp, some kind of a woodland camp where some sort of woodsmith is set up and making a living. So yeah, you can see also that aside from the tent-like hut, a number of the skins are adorned with a name. Okay, carved. So there's a number of names, to be honest.
I was about to say, is it Gary?
No. One of them hangs over a large. One of the skins hangs over a large wood plaque. It's called. The name on it is Mary Bell Walker. And none of you have heard of this name.
Is this big enough to see from the distance?
This is.
Look at my bifocal.
Yeah. You've walked. Well, unless you tell me otherwise.
Well, I'm thinking
assuming you
this is the part where I do the sneaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
The wood felling sound has continued the whole time we've gotten closer,
okay.
but it's actually not coming from this camp.
Mm.
It's somewhere further afield, probably beyond.
Well, I say I sneak around everybody because if there's
We'll
People.
continue.
Yeah.
We'll continue through the main path, but if you could skirt around the edges and
Some other things that you notice, just everyone can pick up at you especially, is that there's like kind of carven slabs of there's carven plaques and wood slabs, and there's like a freshly gutted catch and kill that's strung up on hooks, that kind of thing.
The entrails just scattered across.
No, not everywhere. No, they're actually quite kind of
It's a house.
there's a rough stone wall to one side, which has got which is the source of the human stench, but also the guts are chucked there and everything like that. You can hear the buzzing of a few flies and things like that. Yeah, and you can see the name again, Mary Bell Walker, half reproduced on the plaque in the same writing style. Must be the same person doing the writing. And there's gnarled tools lying. It was just scattered everywhere. Like
What was the old guy's name?
but
again?
no one seems to be home.
no, but there's someone chopping something in the distance.
Well, let's loot the home and kick.
no. No, this person might be able to help us, or certainly give us some advice on.
So I returned
How
back
to
and
tackle
report
that.
So
some of the stuff.
you've told us about the old guy, right? Who knew the old guy that was up there?
Knew of an old guy.
Yeah, who was that?
That was me.
So did he go up before or after the
You're
people
not
with
sure.
the cup went up? That would have been.
I mean, that was
Never actually heard.
that
of
was
it.
when old Harkin was a young boy, like a boy. So
Oh,
not
right.
a young boy, but definitely a boy. So that would be 50,
He was never
60.
young, let's be honest.
True.
He's an old soul.
Old soul.
So Harkin that happened 50, 60 years ago, maybe. I guess.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This place is both smelly and creepy, and I'd like to move on.
Okay, you hear it just a little kind of almost musical clattering as the wind just hits a chime made of like kind of hollow bones. It's just hanging off near the front door.
I don't know what this sounded like.
This place is getting more creepy, and I suggest we move more quickly away from it.
Okay, I'm like, come on!
If
And
you
I
like
get my
to,
donkey
if you
and
like to
stuff
stay
on.
here, I walk up to the door and I.
What?
knock on
No!
it.
What are you? I try to stop him as he walks, but then give up and stay fine and turn my back and walk away.
Find the shadows, lady. Find the shadows.
I accelerate towards the darkness.
What time of day is it now?
It would be probably heading towards the middle of the day.
Okay, so it's yeah.
Just
Perfect.
pointing out that I'm suggesting you don't do this. I say as I disappear into the shadows of the forest. There's some trees I can hide in, climb even.
Yeah, tons. They're thick-growing conifers.
I climb that one.
Yeah, it's hard work, getting in amongst the branches. But yeah, you're in there. There's definitely snow on the ground, but not in the branches here.
Fantastic.
I'm going to stick with the donkey.
Sure. Oh, you can also, there's a slight, just a slight wisp of smoke coming from a very rough chimney at the far end of the hut.
Alright.
There's obviously someone home. Why are you... She says to herself.
There's just this one blown hut
Yeah.
with all of these
Yep.
strange looking
Yeah.
Mary Sue
And you knock on the door.
engraved
Mary Bell Walker.
Mary Bell
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. You knock on the door, and just while you're waiting, you get a chance. You just drink it in with your big furball nose.
Yeah.
Just the how much moss and mould is growing on the roof now, and now that you're
Clearly been here a long time.
well, that's certainly a while.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly wasn't put up yesterday.
I get out my bow and
Yep. Sure.
get an arrow.
While you're waiting, and you're just sort of listening, and you hear the buzzing of the flies, you also notice that the chopping has stopped.
Right.
Okay, it's just a distant wind. Your God whispering sweet susurrations to you.
Garble.
And garble is, you keep hearing your God say garble for a moment, then, oh no, it's Kyra up a tree.
Chopping stopped.
What are you doing during this time? She's got up a tree, he's at the door.
I'm going to stand with the donkey.
Yeah.
I've got no reason for fear.
No.
I'm an oilman. You don't... I work with oil. Just so you know.
Explode in the flame.
It explodes into flame. It's hard to get out of the ground. When a mining accident happens, nearly everybody dies. Like,
Yeah.
I lived a hard life. Nothing scares me.
Okay, cool. So you're just standing there, and you're just getting a chance to observe the very crude tools that he's made. Like, it's just, only a human would bother to use those.
I know.
It's disrespectful to the work to use such poor quality material. There's no answer at the door,
Okay.
right?
I walk back a little bit away from the door
Yeah.
and look in the direction that the chopping was.
You hear a sort of a grunt shuffling noise up ahead on the path as you just sort of look and you can see someone coming down the path towards you.
All right.
Yeah.
I take my
He looks
my warhammer
big.
off my back,
Yeah.
You're
I-
bigger, but...
and I rest it underneath my elbow.
Right. Okay. He sort of approaches. You can sort of see the figure. It's hard to make out the figure, the combination of the mist and the light, to actually get any detail. It's just this sort of hulking silhouette. There seems to be some weird protrusion coming out of one side of his back, and then he steps forward out of this the mist, the opening at the far side of the clearing.
It's a zombie.
It's not a zombie. It's this fella. That's who you see.
Oh boy.
Okay.
How tall is he?
He was 6 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but his fur cloak and his dishevelled hair and everything makes him feel larger. And he's almost quite a mountain of a man.
I say, "Oh there, and well met."
He says, in a surprisingly lilting, sing-song voice, he says,
Hello there. How you all going?
"Who are you and what do you want?"
We are but travellers passing through on the way to Death.
Death.
Frost.
Death Frost.
Mount.
Death Frost.
On the way
Mountain.
to death. I shake my head.
He says, "Well, you don't want to go there."
But we wouldn't unless needs must.
There's never need worthy enough to go there.
Have you heard anything of the treasure that lies on the mountain? The Lazarus Cup?
What?
The Lazarus Cup.
No.
Was it?
This is the Lazarine Cup.
The
Lazarus
Lazarine
Cup.
Cup.
Totally goofy. Put the Lazarus Cup. This one. He says, well, no doubt they had like trinkets and jewels up there, but are they worth their soul?
I.
So,
It is.